Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex for Day 2 of the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp. I'm Matthew Decker with all of your action here for Amateur Sports Television. It's going to be Team Sand against Team Lime Green. These camp features 04 to 07 born players who are all looking to become noticed by Junior A, Junior B hockey teams, maybe even some Western Hockey League teams, depending on how well they do. It's a great showcase. Has been a thrill so far. A couple of exciting games before this. We saw Team Red come all the way back, being down 5-2 with 3 minutes left to go to Kelly Green to tie it up at 5 apiece. And then the game previous, Team White, they were down 5-1 before they tied it up at 5 apiece. The referee would do an extra shooter each, and White won it 6-5. Well, we see the same as this is the second last game of the night. Let's take a look at our lineups for this evening. For Team Sand, we have number 2, Austin Derzef, number 3, Teo Flory, number 4, Nolan O'Brien, number 5, Aiden Petherick, number 6, Carter Wilkie, number 9, Devin Blair, number 10, Rylan McLaughlin, number 11, Brody Goman, number 12, Reese Hicks. Number 13, Mason Lilly. Number 14, Brock McElwain. Number 15, Brendan McCaig. Number 16, Adam Perron. Number 17, Caden Wilkins. And number 18, Austin Zebdiak Title. The goaltenders for Team Sand, number 31, Josh Matthews. And number 35, Demetrius Verostek. For Team Lime Green, on defense, it's number 3, Reese McDonald, number 4, Lucas Salakin, number 5, Rhett Surface, number 6, Eric Stabaski. Up front, number 9, Kaylor Ashton, number 10, Brendan Blatz, number 12, Keegan Fellows, number 13, T. Hagel, number 14, Evan McDonald, number 15, Carter Marshall, number 16, Cooper McGee, number 17, Morgan Page, and number 18, Reed Tisdale. Goaltenders for Team Lime Green is Nathan Patrick, number 31, and number 35, Logan Sawatsky. We are about a minute and a half away from puck drop here at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex for Game 2 of the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp. And again, a lot of exciting action has taken place so far. Let's take a look at a couple of these players. Keep in mind, folks, we've got players from BC. We've got a couple players from the States, a lot from here in Alberta, some from Saskatchewan, even some from Manitoba. A couple of the Saskatchewan boys in this game. Teo Flory from Saskatoon. It's an 07 born player, a very young one. Played for the Saskatoon Bandits under 15 AA team. 29 games this past season, 9 points. He'll be looking to be noticed from a few scouts. And speaking of those scouts, a couple of them that we noticed in attendance. Revelstoke Grizzlies of the Kootenay International Junior Hockey League, Junior B team, and a very good one. They are usually one of the best in the league. They are in attendance, among others. Other players will be keeping our eye on. For Team Lime Green, Reese McDonald, the Sturgeon City, Alberta product, 05 born, played Junior B hockey this last season, which doesn't happen very often for an 05 born player. Edmonton Eagles, 37 games played, 12 points on the contest. Check that, it's not a Junior B, so my apologies to Reese on that one. As our time is just coming to an end for the warm-up, so the players will start moving the pucks towards the penalty bench, and we're just about to get underway here at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex for our second last game of day number 2. It appears that Logan Sawatsky will start in goal for Team Lime Green, the Grand Prairie product, 05 born, plays with the Notre Dame AAA Hounds, and this is a Notre Dame AAA team that is going after a national championship. They just recently won the Western Regionals in Virden, Manitoba. Sawatsky, 19 games, a .377 goals against average, a .905 save percentage, faces about 35 shots a game. He's been solid in goal for the Notre Dame Hounds. And on the other side, can't quite tell the number from here. Looks like it might be Demetrius Varostek of Turner Valley, Alberta. He played for the Hinton Timberwolves, 14 games, a .377 goals against average, and an .876 save percentage. We're getting all set for hockey as the teams meet at center ice. It's sand, it's lime green. It's an interesting color combination, and we're underway here at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex. And right up the ice comes Sand. A pass in front just to lose everybody as Goldman was looking for his target. Green will just push it deep into Sand territory. Chasing after it will be Kyler Ashton. Ashton out of his reach, but he still goes into the slot. Just can't quite get a handle of it as Sand will steer it out to center. Away comes McCaig as he falls down, colliding with the defender and Reese McDonald, as Lime Green will just set it up from their own blue line. Long lead feed finds Ashton. Ashton left face-off circle, tries to steer it on as Varostek will stop it, and he'll hold on for a face-off with less than a minute gone in this first period of play. Still looking for the back of the goaltender's number, so we're assuming it's Varostek in the first half of this game. Both teams will switch the goaltenders at the first stoppage after the halfway part of this contest. It is 3 periods, 22 minutes each, non-stop time. It keeps running no matter the stoppages of play as Sand works their way into the zone. Pass in front, they score! 3 players standing at the top of the blue paint, and Team Sand, they will strike first just a minute 20 into this contest. As that was Austin Zebdiak Title who strikes first for Team Sand. How will Lime Green respond? Keep in mind, folks, the way that this night has gone so far, the team that scores first doesn't necessarily mean that they'll come out on top, as both teams, or both the previous games found out beforehand, as offside is called against Team Lime Green as Reed Tisdale was storming in on goal. Linesman said the pass came just outside of the zone, and so we'll do the face-off right outside of Sand's blue line. Digging in, Keegan Fellows. He'll go up against Caden Wilkins for Sand as linesman falls down from the face-off circle. Looks almost no worse for wear. Sand will tee it up from their own zone. Long lead feed out of the reach of Lilly. Goes in around, no icing on the play. Falling up is Sand into the corner. In behind the net, Team Sand out to the left side, up to the blue line. There's Dursva. Dursva, though, gets harassed by Tisdale, and the puck will squirt out to center ice. Durzaf, he'll start from his own zone, goes across for his D partner, long lead feed, misses everybody. That will be icing against Team Sand, and the faceoff will come back into their territory just 2 minutes into this first period. Evan McDonald, he'll dig in to take the faceoff for Lime Green. Linesman drops the puck. McDonald wins the draw. Back to the blue line. A shot into the glove of Varostek. And he'll hold on for a face-off. Just 20 seconds after the last one. Both teams dig in once again as Goldman is in the face-off circle for Sand. He'll win it this time. Sand up to the blue line, and they'll chip it out to center ice. Green trying to work this way quickly back into the zone. The pass, though, eludes T. Hagel. Sand will collect in their own zone. They'll flip it high out to center ice. Hops over the stick of the goal scorer, Zebdiak Title. And Green will just steer it out to center ice. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Both teams trying to find a handle of it. Sand is offside. They'll tag on up. That allows Green to zoom through the neutral zone. It's Stilbaski. Stilbaski right down Main Street, has it poked off of his stick, goes to Hagel. Hagel left face-off circle out of the reach of Page. Page will go after it into the left corner, up to the blue line, and Green can't hold it in. And they'll reset at the neutral zone as that was McDonald who couldn't hold on to the pass at full stretch. Sand will chop it in deep and out of his goal, trying to tee it up with Sawatsky. It skips over his stick. Collision at the right half wall. Green will steer it out to center. Pass just out of the reach of Fellows. Fellows chases after it into the front. It's a shot stopped by Verisek. Rebound. Verisek's got that too. And Sand will skate out to the neutral zone. Up the ice quickly. It's Blair. Devin Blair goes wide left. Gets knocked off the puck there by the defender. And Green will chase after it in behind their own net. Reese McDonald falls down to his knees, gets back up quickly, reverses it to the right corner. Puck comes up to the blue line. It's held in by Welke. Welke, a wrist shot blocker save made by Sawatsky. Bounces in the left face-off circle. Green to the blue line, held in by Sand. Shot goes wide of the goal. Comes out to the right-hand side. Welke pinches in from the blue line, down to the right corner, trying to go over top of McDonald. Can't do so. Puck comes out to the left face-off circle. Sand has it. It's Perron. Perron back in behind the net. Sawatsky doesn't know where it is, and they score. Sawatsky thought it went to his right. It was instead to his left. An easy goal from Team Sand. They'll double it up at 2 apiece. As that time, it was Brendan McKaig with the marker for Team Sand. So face-off will come back at center ice. 16 minutes left to go in this first period. A little bit of instructions from the linesman to both the centermen. Puck is dropped, and Sand has possession at their own blue line, but they cough it up. Up the middle is going to be Tisdale. Tisdale, though, can't get the shot on goal. They followed up. Tisdale at the side of the goal. Shot that hits the side of the net, bounces into the left corner. There first for Sand is Mason Lilly, and Lilly up to the blue line. Doesn't go out on the first effort. Second effort gets rebuffed by Lime Green, and Sand will reverse into their own zone. The pass over the head of Tisdale. Second effort from Sand. Now they get out into the neutral zone, but back quickly comes Reed Tisdale. Tisdale wide left, trying to steer it in front. His pass, though, just misses Blatz. Blatz, though, pushes it to the blue line. He has it there down low, looking for Tisdale. It just goes underneath his stick, up to the blue line, and Sand will steer it out to center. Ahead on a breakaway. Here comes Sand. Backhander, they score! Brody Goman, a breakaway, and he's extended Team Sand's lead. It's now 3-0. Team Sand is coming out like a house on fire. In the first 7 minutes of this contest, they have scored 3 times. And there's only been about 5 or 6 shots for Sand. Green on the back foot. They're also starting from in their own zone. They're trying to find a way to get themselves into this contest. Sand looking for more, trying to push it in deep. That's cut off by Ashton. His pass, though, broken up by Sand, and they chop it into Green zone. Chasing after it is Hicks. Hicks collides with his man in the right corner. One goes down, quickly back to his feet, and Hagel will try to steer it out to the neutral zone. It's cut off at the blue line, however, by Zebediak Title. Down to the right corner. There for Green is Stilbaski, and Stilbaski will go across to his D partner, who turns it on over. Back in front, stopped by Sawatsky, as that was an opportunity for Reese Hicks to strike. Can't do so. A drive from the blue line, gloved by Sawatsky, and Sawatsky will hold on as he is seen Sand player after Sand player right in his face. That time a turnover allowed Reese Hicks alone in front of goal. Sawatsky, though, equal with the pad. It remains 3-0 with 13.5 minutes left to go in this first period. Sand wins the face-off. A shot, though, it's blocked. Comes out to the left corner. Green digging in after it. Devin Blair looking for the loose puck as the forward checker. Causes a little bit of havoc, and he's back after it like a dog on the bone. Green, though, will try the other side. Up to the blue line. It's now muscled out into the neutral zone. In the feet of Hagel, up to the right side for Fellows. Fellows down to the right corner, trying to get around his defenseman. Falling up the play is Carter Marshall, but he can't get it in front of goal. Sand now in transition through the neutral zone. Sand down the right wing. It's going to be Lilly. Lilly spins, drops it, shot, stopped by Sawatsky. He's looking for it on his equipment, finds it in midair, and he'll reel it on in for a face-off. with 12:40 left to go in this first period. 3 goals by Sand in quick succession to start things off. Has them out in the lead. They're having an offensive zone face-off, which they win. The puck down into the right corner. Green trying to chip it on out as it's Evan McDonald up to the blue line. Held in by Dursva. Trying to get it in deep, can't seem to do so as Wilkins is digging in after it. To Green, to Sand, looking for the loose puck, goes away to the Green. Turnover in front once again as Sawaski had a man wide open in his face, but they can't cash in, and Green will just steer it out of trouble out to center ice. Following up the play is McDonald. Evan McDonald, wide left, drop pass, misses everybody, and Sand in transition has a 2-on-1, maybe more. In comes Sand. A shot that goes wide of the cage and bounces into the left corner up to the blue line. Sand looking to extend this lead even further, but they'll have to wait a little longer as Stelbaski will steer it out to center. Down the left wing comes Green. A shot into the glove of Verostek, and Verostek will hold on for a face-off with 11:30 left to go in this first period. That's been the story of this frame so far. It's turnovers for Lime Green. We've seen a number of them. A couple have led to goals, and Sawaski had to be sharp there once again. Green with possession at the left point is Stelbaski. Stelbaski throws it in behind the net, looking for his intended target in Ashton. Spins at the right corner. Ashton trying to steer it out in front, but he just loses the handle of it. Chasing after the loose biscuit is Tisdale. Tisdale and Ashton. Ashton gets run on over by Welke. Welke trying to come up to the blue line. Can't do so. It's turned over. Pass in front. Cut off. Rebound at the side of the cage. Ashton can't get it by Verostek. And the puck will bounce at the right half wall. Up to the blue line. Sand trying to get it on out. Now they'll settle things down. That allows them to break out of their own zone. Away goes Mason Lilly. Lilly dumps it into the left corner past the cage of Sawaski. There first for Green is Surface. Surface will throw it up to the right point. Held in by Sand. Sand into the slot. Holds. Waits. Backhander in front. Pulled off the line. That time by Stelbaski. It was a wide open cage, and Stelbaski saves the day for Green. Out to the neutral zone comes Stelbaski. Right side for Ashton. Screaming down the wing. Gets tripped on up. No call from the referee, and Sand will steer it away from their own goal. Following up the play is Tisdale. He gets bumped off the puck. Ashton still looking for the loose biscuit into the left corner. Throws it up to the blue line. Here comes Green at the blue line. A shot that's blocked as Reese McDonald was trying to get one through. Can't do so. And Sand will try to steer it on out. They can't do so on the first effort. Going back in his own end and now in behind his own cage is O'Brien. O'Brien slowly weaving his way out to the neutral zone. Doesn't like what he sees, so reverse it. His pass misses his intended target. After it for Green is Fellows. Fellows trying to start something for his team, but he can't find the possession of the puck. Comes out to the right half wall, and O'Brien will now reverse it into the left corner. There first for Sand is Derpsa. Derpsa gets checked on by a couple of forecheckers, comes out to the blue line, intercepted by Sand, and Sand, a possible 3-on-2 if they hustle. They dump it in deep as the man gets rubbed on out by Reese McDonald. In behind his own cage is Fafford. Fafford gets run into by a forechecker, gets a little bit of help from his D partner, and away comes Lime Green down the left wing. Green trying to cut into this lead, trying to pull it through the defender, but it gets pulled off of his stick. Puck comes up to the blue line. Green holds it on in. It's Fellows left side. A shot over top of the nets as Marshall couldn't find the goal. And then where it hits the corners, it will bounce all the way back into Green's zone. At the red line, dumping in deep. Salakin in behind Verostek's net. Following it up will be Flory. Flory reverses it into the right corner where it's broken up by Green. It will be McDonald. Evan McDonald up to the blue line. Right point. A shot. Glove save made by Verostek, and he'll hold on as Surface was looking to cut into this Sand lead. Brett Surface, 07 from Turn, Alberta, played out in Kelowna with the Rink Kelowna under 15 prep team, 9 points in 30 games this past season. As Green has won the offensive zone faceoff, they push it into the left corner. A couple of players collide. Green comes away with possession momentarily. They still have it. A shot that hits the leg and goes wide. McDonald up to the blue line. He finds Salakin. Salakin back down low in behind the net. Bounces over top of the stick of the defender, Flory, but Welke is equal to it. Up to the blue line, held in by Salakin. Salakin pushes it ahead. A shot! Glove save made from Verostek, and Verostek will hold on for the face-off as Evan McDonald was bearing down on him. Face-off will come to the left-hand side of Dimitris Verostek. It'll be Evan McDonald digging in to take the draw for Green. He'll lose it to Devin Blair, and Sand will try to start from their own zone. Up through center, numbers coming their direction. Sand, if possible, 4-on-2. Wide right around the defender. Pass in front, hit the other defender's shot. Stopped by Sawatsky. Makes the save even though he was facing the wrong way. Sand, though, still with the offensive zone pressure. In comes Blair, trying to go around the defender. Loses it in the left corner. Picking up the puck is Serafis, and Serafis retreats in behind his own net up to center ice. He manages to get into the neutral zone, where Welke will collect for Sand. Skips around one checker into the green zone. Here's Welke, a shot! Gets caught up in the equipment of the defender, and now Green will chop it down the ice. Will this have legs for icing? No, says the linesman, and play will continue. 6:40 left to go in this first period. Sand leads the contest 3-0, thanks to quick goals to start off the period. Green, though, up at the ice quickly. They're trying to cut into this lead, but the pass just out of the reach of his intended target. Now it bounces at the right half wall. Green has possession. A puck bouncing in the slot. Tisdale couldn't find the handle of it. Comes out for Ashton. He can't handle the pass as well. Puck is still bouncing around the Sand zone. Now it comes out to center, and Green will reset from their own blue line. It's McDonald. It's pulled off of his stick. However, unable to take advantage of it was Pretherick following up the play. Here comes Sand. A shot that goes over top of the net as Goman was looking for his second goal of the contest. Puck will bounce back into the neutral zone, and Green will reset from their own blue line. Up quickly is Serafis. Serafis dumps it in deep. Check that. It's Stilbaski. Stilbaski in behind the cage. Throws it out in front, but that's cut off by a Sand defender. And Wilkins will slow things down for Sand. He'll now just shovel it out to center ice at his own blue line. Stilbaski had a look offensively. Will go to his D partner. And Green in through the neutral zone. It'll be Marshall. Carla Marshall. Right face-off circle. A shot! And the goaltender might have got a piece of that. Verostek. Otherwise, it could have also hit the bar. Back comes Sand the other direction real fast. A shot that goes wide of the cage. As Zebdiak Title was looking for his second marker of the contest. Couldn't hit the net, however, even though he had a step on the defender. Green will reset from their own zone. Off the wall, out to center ice. No, it's held in by the defender, O'Brien. O'Brien trying to push it in deep. Manages to get into the corner, and there's a collision between two Green, two Sand players. Green pulls it on out. It'll be Fafford. Fafford, lead feed, finds his teammate, goes down the left wing. In comes Green. His shot goes well wide of the target, bounces out in the right corner. Green still chasing in after it, as that is Keegan Fellows looking for it. However, it's out of his reach, and Sand will flip it out to center ice. Long lead feed. Couldn't quite find Reese Hicks, but they follow it up. Sand, a pass in front. That's cut off by the defender. Puck's in the right corner. After it is Stilbaski. Stilbaski gets checked on by McKaig. A shot. They score! A bullet from the slot as Reese Hicks finds Twine and Sand. They now lead this contest 4-0 with 4:10 left to go in this first period. A good forecheck. Jarred the puck loose. The pass came out into the slot, and a bullet of a shot from Reese Hicks. No chance, Sawatsky. Sand increases their lead even further. The puck will come back into Sand territory. There is Welke. Gets checked on by a couple forecheckers. A turnover, left face-off circle, but a bullet dodged by Sand, and they'll work their way out to center ice. Up comes Sand. Wilkins to the left side. Shot on goal. Steered aside by Sawatsky. Puck bounces at the side of his cage. Green finds it, and they turn it up ice quickly. Away comes Green. It's McDonald. McDonald weaves his way through the center. His shot! That goes wide of the cage, and it comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Stilbaski will settle things down for Lime Green. He's got a couple players draped all over him like a bad cough. Now he finds a teammate up the ice. Here's a shot that goes over top of the cage, out to the right point. Manages to skip by a defender, and away comes Hicks. He's got the last goal, but he won't find one this time, as pinning him off was Tisdale. And Tisdale in transition through the neutral zone. A shot that deflects wide of the Sand cage, comes out to the left corner. Tisdale can't handle it. Up to the blue line, couple players whacking away at it, and finally Sand It looked like they were going to poke it out into the neutral zone. Said they'll turn on back. Doesn't like what he sees. Blair now up into center ice. It's just out of his reach. Now he'll reverse it. Sand in transition. It'll be Goman. Goman, his pass knocked down by Reed Tisdale. No high stick according to the referee. That was a close one. It's now a shot. Hits the side of the cage. Ends up in the right corner. Sand looking to extend this lead even further with 2:20 left to go in the opening frame. Right corner. The pass is cut off by Reed Tisdale. He'll rim it around to the left point. Held in by Durspa. Durspa trying to get down low. Manages to find a teammate. Sand, left corner. Back to Durspa. Durspa trying to get a shot on. That's deflected wide to Sawatsky's cage. And Green will settle it down. Reese McDonald will skate out to center ice. 3-on-2 for Green. McDonald down the left wing. Drop pass. A shot fanned on by Green. Bouncing puck. Verostek looking for it. And it squirts out into the right corner. A fan one-timer still led to an opportunity, but it remains 4-0 with 1:45 left to go in the first period. Back the other way comes Sand. A shot that's stopped by Sawatsky. Rebound as Lilly was looking for his first goal of the game. Comes up to the right point. Held in by Sand. Trying to weave his way into the slots. That was O'Brien, but he couldn't find his way past the defender. Sand, though, will keep up the pressure. Packs back door. Misses his target. There's Welke. Welke down to the left face-off circle. Spins, looking for options. Passes it to the blue line. It will hop over top of the stick of Lilly, and Lilly will retreat back into his own zone. Drop pass out of the reach of his target. Away comes Ashton. Ashton into the slot. His pass, no good. And Sand in transition through the neutral zone. Up the ice. It's going to be Wilkins, but he can't get by the defender. Now he'll just reverse it for Hicks. Goes right side for his D partner. Up the ice, broken up by Lime Green. Breakaway. In comes Blatz. Blatz on goal. Stopped by Verostek. And the puck will bounce into the left corner. Sand digging in after it. They'll get possession of the puck. A 2-on-1 the other direction. In comes Sand. Looking for a 2-on-1 back door, but the puck hops over the stick of Blair. Devin Blair couldn't connect. Here's Hicks into the slot. A shot saved by Sawatsky. Rebound in the left face-off circle, bounces in behind the net. Blair chases after it. Right point up to the blue line, but it hops over top of the stick of Fleury and out to center ice. Sand will just poke it back into Lime Green zone. 17 seconds left to go in this opening frame. Last chance for Lime Green to get themselves on the board before the end of the first 22 minutes. And up the ice quickly. It'll be Fellows. Fellows drives wide, trying to go through the leg, save, rebound. Verostek's got that too, and that will do it for the opening 22 minutes of play. Couple of good looks both ways, but it was Sand who found a way to capitalize. 3 quick goals to start off this period, and another one towards the latter stages of the first. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second period of action. You are watching the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex on Amateur Sports Television. Welcome back to the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex for the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp as we're set for period number 2 between Sand and Lime Green. Sand leads the contest 4-0 after an explosion of offense in the early moments of the first 22 minutes. Remember, 22 minutes of play, no stoppages for the time. Even if the play does stop, Lime Green working their way through the neutral zone as they're trying to find their way onto the scoreboard. It was Evan McDonald. He's rubbed off of the puck. Sand in transition. Left side and stepping into his man was Fafford. Lead feed. Shot. That's blocked. Goes wide. Evan McDonald will follow it up. Puck loose in the left face-off circle. Sand will get there first and they'll whack the puck out of trouble. In behind Wilkins. Wilkins though still following up the play. Onside says the referee. Lime Green trying to chip it on out. Wilkins though will hold it in on the first effort. Second effort finds its way to Title. Title is shot. That goes wide of the cage. Held in at the right point. This time by Durspa. Dursva around, doesn't find a teammate, but Sand still holds it in at the left point. A shot from Wilkins, that goes wide of Sawatsky's cage. And this tired unit for Lime Green is trying to get themselves out of their own zone. On the right-hand side, Lime Green, long lead feed. Deflects, finds its way to Page. Page trying to find a man back door, but getting his stick lifted at the last second was Carter Marshall. Good defensive play by Team Sand. Puck still in Sand territory. As going back, Dursva harassed by the forechecker. Has a stick lifted, puck in front. Nobody's there in the slot, and Sand will just steer it out to center ice. The feed out of the reach of Hicks. Going back in his own zone is Salikin, and Salikin out to the left corner, can't get it out. Sand with possession, up at the left point. They leave a shot, that's blocked. Rebound bounces through the air into the slot. Another chance in front, they score! As Reese Hicks was found wide open in front, it's his second goal of the game. The puck, like a magnet to a stick, just found its way through. No chance, Sawatsky. And it's now 5-0 Sand with about 20 minutes left to go in this second period. Again, it's been the difference maker in this game so far, the turnovers. Lime Green, they've seen a few of their turnovers end up in the back of the net. Wow, they're still looking for their first goal of the contest. Puck bounces right in front of Verostek. Sand will regain possession. Trying to get it up to center ice was Sand, but they can't do so as Flory is now on the loose puck. Up to the left point. Second effort by Sand. Trying to get it on out. They can't do so. Third effort as they now slow things down in their own end. Now they get into the neutral zone. Possible 3-on-2 if they hustle, but the pass was just in behind Lilly, and Green will reset in their own zone. And Stelbaski slowly works his way out to center ice, in over the center ice logo. Now he enters Sand zone, goes wide, left on the defenseman, stops up, drop pass, misses his intended target, and back quickly the other direction is Hicks. Reese Hicks down the left wing, looking for a saucer pass, and they score! Out of midair, Brody Goman gets his second of the game after a beautiful feed from Reese Hicks. Makes it 6-0. As Sand is running away with this one in the second period. Reese Hicks, the high-level Alberta product, 07 born, played with the Spruce Grove Pack Saints under-15 team, 38 points in 34 games. You wouldn't think he was a 14 or 15-year-old by the way he's played, as Green works his way up the ice. A shot doesn't get through, and Sand back in transition. Turnover at the blue line only momentarily as Hicks pokes it on out, and away comes Dursva. Dursva can't get it by the defenseman. Back comes Green the other direction as they're trying to get themselves on the scoreboard. A drop pass, lose the first target. Unable to hold it on in was Evan McDonald. Away comes Sand into the green zone. Can't pull it through the legs of Salikin, and Salikin up to the blue line, not out. Hicks looking back door, but it's just out of the reach of Goman. Back into the slot, a shot stopped by Sawatsky. Rebound loose in the slot, poked out to the blue line, but not out. There, Sand has possession. It'll be O'Brien trying to push it in deep. There's a shot that's blocked off by Green, and a possible breakaway. Can he catch up to the puck? It's Reed Tisdale. Icing is going to be called on him. If that puck was just a little slower, Tisdale would have had a breakaway from his own blue line. Instead, it's a face-off in Lime Green zone. 17 minutes left to go in the second period. Sand up 6-0 and looking to further extend this lead. As Zediak Title digging into looking for a loose puck, goes in behind the Lime Green net, up to the blue line, held in by O'Brien. O'Brien down into the left corner, pass in front, just misses his intended target of Zediak Title, and Green in transition out into the neutral zone, trying to go wide, left on his defenseman is Fellows. Fellows, a pass across, nobody's there, and Sand out to center ice. Poke it deep into Green territory. They collide in the left corner. Sand with possession in front, it gets chipped in, they score! Make it 7-0 Sand. As the pass came out, it was poked over top of the glove of Sawatsky. This time, it is Mason Lilly with the marker. as it's been all Sand so far in this contest, as a shot blocker aside by Sawatsky. Can't blame him in goal. He's been solid. He's just had a lot of great opportunities let in front of him. As they scramble for the puck in the right corner, ends up in behind the net. There is Goman. Goman trying to steer it in front. That's covered up by Sawatsky. And Sawatsky will hold on for a face-off with 15 and a half minutes left to go in the second period. Sand up 7-0. Brody Goman, a pair of goals. Reese Hicks also has a pair of goals and a beautiful saucer pass assist. They've been leading the charge offensively for Team Sand. And they have another offensive zone face-off as Devin Blair will dig in against Evan McDonald. Blair wins it. The shot from the face-off circle goes wide of Sawatsky's goal. Pinching in from the blue line is Flory. Flory pushes it in behind the net, looking for Goman, but he's stripped of the puck. And Green out to center ice with numbers. 3-on-2. It's going to be Green tipsy-doodling into the zone as Ashton, his man falls down, goes in behind the net, out the left side. Ashton taking for a hard ride into the boards. Pass in front, and fanning on the one-timer was McDonald. He was wide open at the top of the blue paint. Picks up the puck on the left half wall. Drop pass looking for Fafford. Fafford trying to push it in deep. That's cut off by Sand. Puck is still bouncing around in that left corner. Sand now picks it up in behind their own cage, and they'll work it out to center ice. As Goman pushes it in deep. There he finds Hicks. Hicks, left face-off circle, looking for Goman in front, and almost knocking it out of midair was Devin Blair. Blair back to the point. It's held in at the blue line. Shot on, stopped by Sawatsky, as that was Carter Welke who was looking for an opportunity from the blue line. They couldn't find the back of the net as Sawatsky made the save. Carter Welke, the Camrose Alberta product, played for the Camrose Vikings AA team. 12 points in 29 games so far, or this past season, I should say. As Sand, offensive zone face-off, but gets pushed down into the neutral zone as being harassed as Petherick. He'll just dump it deep into lime green territory, and there, Green will reset up to the blue line, held in by Sand momentarily. Now with speed through the neutral zone is Salakin. Trying to weave his way past the defenseman. He'll chase after it in the left corner. Pass in front. Nobody's there. Held in at the blue line by Page. Goes right point. A shot. That goes wide of the cage. Comes out left side. Team Sand will just chip it out into the neutral zone and slap back in by Salakin. Sand back into center ice. A pass out of the reach of his intended target. Back in his surface. His pass can't find its intended target. Now there's Green. A pass in front. Broken up by Sand, as that's Wilkins who is Johnny on the spot in the slot, and he'll just push it out to center ice. 13 minutes left to go in this second period. 7-0 Team Sand here at the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex. And looking for a partial breakaway was Lilly, but he couldn't get around the defender. Now they collide in the left corner as Lilly and his man in Stelbaski collide. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Away comes Fellows trying to pull it through the legs of the defenseman. Doesn't manage to do so. It comes out to the neutral zone. Slapped back in by Tisdale. Sand is trying to reset from their own zone. Almost gave it away. Instead, the puck will bounce into the neutral zone before it's wristed back in by Surface. Sand up the ice quickly. Possible numbers here if they hustle. Goman goes wide left on the defenseman. His pass ends up into the pads of Surface. Surface gives it away. Blair out for Hicks. Hicks can't get his pass in front of the cage. Green will just cut it on off. Throws up for the left half wall. Pinching in from the blue line is O'Brien, but he can't handle the puck, and it will slide back into the neutral zone. Sand back in quickly, dumping it in deep is Hicks. He'll go off for a line change as the feed eludes Sawatsky. Fortunately for him, his defenseman was paying attention, and Salakin lead feed. 2-on-1 for Green. Away comes Fafford. Fafford backdoor, and it's a good defensive play by Sand to break up the 2-on-1, and now they have a possible 2-on-1 the other direction, maybe a 3-on-2. Backdoor, and a backhander misses the target as that was McCaig who was trying to strike. Couldn't find the cage. And Green is looking to push it out of their zone. Jammed up at the right point. Now they get it on out. Dumping in deep is Carter Marshall. He's exhausted. He'll go off for a line change. 11 minutes left to go in the second period. And Sand is up 7-0. They're also in the offensive zone with possession of the puck. left half wall, looking for Wilkins out of his reach. Green will intercept it, and now they're looking for a step. Long lead feed. T. Hagel bounces off of his stick. Verostek way out of his goal to play it. Cuts it off from Hagel. However, is intercepted by Green. It will be Evan McDonald, spins in the right corner up to the blue line, but Salakin misses the pass, and they got to hustle as Sand and Hicks looking for his hat trick marker, picks up the puck back in front, stopped by Sawatsky, rebound, they score! Austin Zebiak Title found the loose puck. Sawatsky didn't know where it was, and it's now 8-0 Sand in the second period. And for Sawatsky, his night is now done. As he heads back to the bench, both goalies are switching on out. Tough outing for Logan Sawatsky, who was blitzed for 8 goals. In goal to replace him will be Nathan Patrick. While Josh Matthews takes over in Sand's net. Lime Green working their way through the neutral zone, dumping in deep. It's going to be McDonald. It'll be the first touch of the game for Josh Matthews in behind his cage. He'll just throw it up the right wall for his defenseman. Back in quickly for Welke. Welke will try to go up the left-hand side. Lime Green holds it in. Puck is in the slot. Here's a shot that hits the leg and goes wide as Tisdale was looking for the target. Bounces in the left corner and gets reversed to the right side. And there's Welke. Welke flips it up, looking for Hicks. Chops it ahead for Lilly. Lilly into the left corner, waiting for reinforcements. Squeezes by the check of McDonald. Bounces in behind the cage. 3 line players all converge, and they come away with the puck and a possible numbers. Up the ice is Keegan Fellows. Pass, though, just out of his reach. He will pick it up in behind Sand's net. Fellows leaves it for Tisdale. Spins in the right corner. Tisdale to the slot. A shot! Stopped by Matthews. Rebound is cleared away by Sand. Not out on the first effort. Held in at the blue line. It's going to be Serafis. Serafis steps into the slot. His shot, that's blocked by Sand. And the second effort by Team Sand. It'll be skated out to center ice. Up the ice quickly. Austin Dursva, backdoor feed, gets broken up by Green. Green looking for the home run pass out of the reach of Morgan Page. Matthews will come out of his net to play it. No icing on the play. And Caden Wilkins will now weave his way through his own zone out to center ice. Wilkins trying to go wide right on the defenseman. Manages to collide with the defenseman. Can't get through with the puck. Comes out loose to the player in front of backhander. And they score! Devin Blair this time gets into the action as he goes backhand roof. And it's now 9-0 Sand with 8:10 left to go in this second period. It's been all Sand in this contest so far. They had 4 goals in the first. They now have 5 in the second. And while our last 2 games, we weren't sure exactly who was in control of those contests, we definitely know who is here as it's icing being called against Team Sand. One of the first shots that Nathan Patrick faces in Lime's goal, the Edmonton product lets in, plays for the Southside Athletic Club AA program, 15 games, a .380 goals against average, and .898 save percentage. Face off to the left side of Matthews. A shot kicked aside by the left pad of Matthews. Sand up to the blue line, held in momentarily by Serafis. It trickles out into the neutral zone before it's poked back in by Green. In behind his cage is Flory. Reverses it to the left corner. That's broken up momentarily by Green. Out to center ice comes McKaig. Poked off of his stick, and Green will just push it deep into the offensive zone. Puck bounces in the left corner. A couple players collide as a rugby scrum develops. Skating away with possession is Flory, and Flory will steer it out to center ice. However, it's a turned over at the blue line. Back in quickly, a shot just trickles on to the pad of Matthews. Matthews played it, thought his defenseman was going to grab it, and instead it's a turnover. However, his defender is paying attention, thankfully for him, and Sand will now skate out to center ice with a possible 2-on-1. Devin Blair down the right-hand side. Blair, a shot! Stopped by Patrick. Puck bounces high into the right corner, and Green will get there first. Up to the blue line, not out. Another drive, stick aside by Patrick. Bounces in front of the cage. Green up to the blue line. Second effort to get it out, and they managed to do so. However, they can't get it past the red line. Dumped back in by Sam. Nathan Patrick out of his goal. He'll tee it up for his defenseman and Lucas Salakin. Salakin looking for options. Goes left side, but he can't get it out of his own zone. Held in at the blue line. Pass in front! And they score! It's a tenner on the board for Team Sand. It's Devin Blair's second goal of the night. And the celebrations at this point are rather muted, as you would expect in a blowout. Double digits on one side, a donut on the other. 5:30 left to go in this second period. As Lime Green will start from their own zone, looking to break the donut on the board. A shot into the glove of Matthews. That came from Evan McDonald. And Matthews will hold on for a face-off as Josh Matthews, the Calgary Alberta product, 06 born, one of the younger players out here, plays for the Northwest Calgary Stamps under-16 AA program. 18 games this past season, a .295 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage. Those are solid numbers for any goaltender in any league. As Sand will reset at their own blue line. Lead feed finds Mason Lee trying dipsy doodle around the defender. Pushes it ahead. A shot fanned on by Zebiak Title. Pushes it towards the right corner. There is Hicks. Hicks up to the blue line. Wrister deflected in front. Patrick stops it, and he'll hold on to the rebound. As that bouncer from Petherick almost found its way to the back of the cage. 4:20 left to go in this second period. Sand is up 10-0. Face off to the left-hand side of Patrick. Sand wins it. The shot, that's blocked. Rebound goes over top of the net. Puck bounces at the left side of the goal. It's chopped now in behind the cage. Comes out to the right corner. Sand digging in after it. So is Lime Green. Green will come away with possession up to the blue line where it's held in. Sand looking for an opportunity. Zerfa down to the left corner. Around the defenseman looking for options. Sand in front. That pass is broken on up into the slot. It gets blocked again. Rebound comes out to Lime Green, and Fellows will now flip it out to center ice. Up quickly, Morgan Page trying to center it, looking for T. Hagel. It's just out of his reach, and the puck now ends up onto the left half ward. Back into the left corner. Away comes Tao Fleury. Lead feed, looking for McKeag, and McKeag will just chip it into the offensive zone, and he'll go after it. There ahead of him is the defenseman for Green. Now Green in transition with possible numbers, but a good stick there by O'Brien. Breaks up the home run pass, and Sand will just reset in their own zone with 3:10 left to go. Icing, though, as the pass trying to find Hicks, who's looking for a hat-trick bid out of his reach. And with 3 minutes left to go, icing against Team Sand. There's a few players on Sand right now who are looking for a hat-trick. My count is right. We've got 4 of them trying to hit the 3-goal mark as the face-off will come to the right-hand side of Josh Matthews. Won by Sand, and it's thrown around the wall by Welke. Up the right-hand side, pinching in, though, from the blue line was Fafford. He'll hold it in for Lime Green. Sand will try to come up the left side this time with it. Welke up the half wall, broken up by the forechecker. Welke with it once again. He'll go the left side, and quickly up comes Sand. Away comes Devin Blair, looking for the hat-trick. Devin Blair, a shot! He scores! What a shot! Devin Blair, a natural hat trick here in the second period as he has scored 3 straight, and he extends the Sand lead even further. It's now 11-0. If it wasn't for the headset on my head right now, my hat would be coming off, although I'm not sure I'd be able to clear this netting in front of us. Are underway, less than 2 minutes left to go in the second period. It's been all Sand in this contest as they have now put up 7 on the board in this middle frame, and they're looking for more. Up the ice is Goman. Goman stops up right circle, tries to go left side, looking for Lilly. It hits his skate into the left corner. Lilly, though, follows it up to the blue line. A shot from Welke, a drive that deflects in front of Patrick and goes just wide as he wipes the sweat from his brow. Green up to the blue line, held in by O'Brien on the first effort. Falling up the play, it's going to be Zebiak Title. He fans on the shot. Puck bounces at the right half wall. Now works his way up to the blue line. Lime Green finally pushes it out to center ice with 1:10 left to go in this second period. Dumping it in deep. Nolan O'Brien. Patrick out of his goal will tee it up for his defenseman. Almost loses it, gives it away. No, he doesn't. He manages to push it across to his defenseman, and Green will just slap it down the ice. No icing on the play, as Dursva will collect in his own zone. Austin Dursva, harassed by a defender, goes to his D partner. Up the ice quickly is Petherick. Petherick weaves his way through a couple of players, but he gives it away to Tisdale, and Tisdale trying to dipsy-do around his man. Can't pull it through the defender. 40 seconds left to go in the second period. Up quickly comes Sand. It'll be McCaig. McCaig down the right wing. A shot on goal. Steered aside by Patrick. Comes out to the left half wall. Green will flip it out to center into the skates of Kaylor Ashton, but he can't kick it in deep. Back comes Sand the other direction. It's Hicks. Hicks at the left face-off circle. His pass looking for Blair, but it's broken up by Lime Green. In behind the net is Hicks with 13 seconds left to go. Up to the blue line. A wrist shot. It deflects in front. Goes wide. Rebound. Patrick gets that too. A puck in behind the net in the dying seconds of the frame. Green will try to steer it out to center ice. A shot. No. That will do it for the second period of play. So 7 more goals from Team Sand as they have blown this game wide open. It's now 11-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll step aside. You are watching Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex on Amateur Sports Television. Welcome back to the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex for the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp. It's been a blowout so far in this contest. Sand leads Lime Green 11-0. Devin Blair has a hat trick in this contest, and Green is looking to get themselves at least on the scoreboard. They'll start from their own end. With spinning back is Stelbaski, harassed there by Ryan Hicks. He's got 2 goals this evening. Green will just poke it out to center ice. It goes through the legs of the defender. Retreating back in his own zone is Flory. Reverses it for Dursva, and Dursva will go in behind his own cage. Gives it away, however. Here's Green, a shot, they score! The shutout buster comes by the way of Brendan Blatz, and it's now 11-1, just 35 seconds into this third period. Turnovers have been the difference maker for Lime Green tonight. They finally capitalize on one. Brendan Blatz with the marker, a Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan product who played with the Moose Jaw Warriors AA team. 20 points in 25 games this season as Sand trying to come back into the offensive zone. Going down was Stelbaski. Gets back to his feet, however, with possession of the puck. A late feed. He finds his teammate in Hagel. Hagel, though, offside as he was held on up. And the referee did catch that, so Lime Green will go to the power play early in this third period. As Mason Lilly is the guilty party, he'll sit in the box for the next 2 minutes or less. Matthews stares through his cage to his left-hand side. Green has the face-off. The puck, a shot off the crossbar! And out of play. You can hear the ping from up here as Green was so close to getting their second goal of the game. Reese McDonald, a seeing eye shot, beat the goalie, but he couldn't beat the Little Red Iron. Face off outside of the zone as that was not deflected. McDonald at his own blue line. Trying to start something up on this power play. Saucer pass. Misses his intended target in Tisdale. And Sand will just dump it down the ice. McDonald back into his own zone. And will just wind it on up for Green. Gets harassed there by Wilkins. Wilkins, shorthanded, pushes it free, but the shot from McKeag doesn't come through, and back quickly comes Green. Green on the power play. They'll stop up at the left half wall. Seraphin looking right side, out of the reach of Tisdale. It bounces in the right corner. Digging in after it, Tisdale to Green, one Sand. Tisdale with possession up to the blue line, held in by Seraphin at the left point. Seraphin walks the line, but he mishandles the puck. It comes out into the neutral zone, and he'll reset for Lime Green. Feeds it for McDonald, goes left side, manages to squirt his way to Tisdale. 2-on-1 for Green. Tisdale stick handles in front, and just missing the wide open cage was McKeag. Check that was Carter Marshall, and Sand will just dump it down the length of the ice. A golden opportunity for Lime Green to make it 11-2 as Marshall was staring at a wide open 6x12. He couldn't quite hit it, and Green still on the power play, works the puck down the ice out of the reach of everyone. Matthews is there. He'll rim it around to the right point, gets by its intended target. Durza looking for it, but he coughs it on up. Away comes Keegan Fellows. Keegan Fellows, a shot steered aside by the pad of Matthews, and Sand out short-handed. It's Brody Goman down the left wing, stops up, can't quite handle the loose puck as it was just a step in front of him. Green trying to start on up as the power play is now done. 0-for-1 is Green on the man advantage. Sand dumps the puck back in as Nathan Patrick will tee it up for his defenseman. 18-10 left to go in this third period. Sand up on the scoreboard, 11-1 as the puck is in the left corner. Green up to the half wall. It's cut off there by Mason Lilly, trying to find Ryan Hicks, who's looking for his hat trick marker. He can't handle the puck. It bounces into the neutral zone. Hicks back in on the offense. Over for the right side for Lilly. A drive that goes over top of the Green net, and it will slide all the way back to the neutral zone. Sand from their own blue line. Lead feed deflected in by Lilly. There first is Stilbaski. Stilbaski goes in behind his own cage, rims it up the left wall. There for Green is T. Hagel. He can't handle the puck, however. Stilbaski fans on his dump in. Second effort, he gets it back, retreats in behind his own cage, and Green will try to set something up with 17:20 left to go in this contest. Albie Serafis, lead feed, looking for Hagel, just behind him. Following up the play is Green. They're still onside. In comes Blatz. Blatz, the goal scorer, wraps around the net, but he can't feed the puck in front. That's cut off by Flory. Puck is dug out from the left corner by Sand, and Sand will skate out to center ice. Chipping it in deep, going in after it. It's McKeag. McKeag has Patrick come out in front of him. Patrick almost gave it away to McKeag. Puck bounces out of play. With 16:45 left to go in this third period, it's still 11-1. As Nathan Patrick steers through his cage to his left-hand side. Caden Wilkins will dig in the face-off circle for Sand. Winning it is Keegan Fellows for Green. Into the left corner is defenseman of Salakin. Lead feed down the right wing. It's going to be Fellows trying to dipsy-doodle around the defender, goes in behind the cage. Fellows comes out the left-hand side, looking for options. A pass in front. Green wasn't there, unfortunately, as he was looking for Reed Tisdale, and Sand will skate out to center. Up comes Sand. It'll be Welke. Lead feed. Finds Goman. Goman on the left half wall. His pass intercepted by Fellows, and Fellows will just poke it out to center ice at his own blue line. It's Durspa, right side for Welke, hits the red line, dumps it in deep, bounces into the glove of Patrick. He'll leave it for his defenseman in Stilbaski. Stilbaski, right corner, up the wall, looking for a teammate. He finds him. Away comes Tisdale. Tisdale will now be 1-on-3 into the offensive zone. Tisdale, a shot! Was looking for the top corner, almost picked it. Puck instead will bounce out into the neutral zone. Mason Lilly out of his reach, and back in quickly comes Evan McDonald down the left wing with speed. McDonald trying to pull it through the defender, can't do so as it comes out to the right face-off circle. Tisdale, a shot! Hits the body in front, rebound! That's steered aside by Matthews, and the puck will bounce in the left corner. Up the ice comes Sand with speed. That'll be Mason Lilly. Throws it in front, nobody's there. And Green will reset from their own zone. Lilly, though, almost pulls the puck off the defenseman's stick, manages to poke it free for Blair. He's already got a hat trick tonight. Down the right wing, Devin Blair stops up near the corner, trying to squeeze by the defender. Now he gets rubbed out by a second player. Green trying to chip it out of their own zone. T. Hagel can't get it by the defender. Second effort, can't do so. Third effort, and now Lime Green will push it to the Sand blue line. But back in quickly, no. They'll slow it down. Now there's the lead feed, and away comes Ryan Hicks. Drop pass out of the reach of Blair. Back the other direction is Blatz. Blatz gets around Hicks into the left faceoff circle. Pass in front is deflected just wide by T. Hagel, and the puck will bounce into the right corner up to the blue line. Here comes Green. A shot looking for the deflection in front. That was Serfis. Goes wide of the cage. Blatz digging in after it. Can't get it by the defenseman. It's still loose in the left corner. Fellows is also trying to find the loose biscuit. Instead, coming away with possession is Devin Blair. Backhands it out to center ice, and it manages to squirt into the neutral zone. Back in quickly, Keegan Fellows weaves his way into the slot, gets knocked on down, trying to steer it on goal, but it goes wide of the cage. And Fleury will just poke it ahead, sand out to the neutral zone. It'll be Goman. Centering feed finds Fleury. Fleury wrists it in to the glove of Patrick, and Patrick will hold on for a face-off with 13:45 left to go in this hockey game. It's the second last game of day number 2 of the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp. The third and final day will go tomorrow morning. Again, these 04 to 07 players, and there's a few 03s in here as well, but they're all looking to find a spot on a junior A or even better. As up the ice, Green, 2-on-1, looking back door. Tisdale, a shot, pad save made by Matthews. Another drive, and Matthews has that one too. Steers it into the left corner. After it is Ashton. Ashton pressed on by O'Brien. Puck is loose in the right corner. Now Sand will just throw it up into the neutral zone, and Stelbaski will reset from his own blue line. Doesn't like what he sees, so he'll spin on back. 13 minutes left to go in this contest. Outlet pass finds Tisdale, and he'll center it across. As shot there, or attempted shot from Morgan Page, we should now say, fanned on it. Sand will just backhand it out into the neutral zone. And there Salikin will reset for Lime Green. Lead feed out of the reach of Tisdale. Ends up in Sand territory where Welke will collect it. He'll just backhand it out into the neutral zone. And it's a bit of a tennis match right now in this third period. Back comes Green the other direction. It'll be a pass in front, steered aside by Matthews. Rebound as they were almost looking for the Michigan, as Tisdale almost slapped it out of midair. That would have counted. His stick was below the crossbar. Instead, he just misses, and Sand will dump it down the ice. No icing on the play. There first is McDonald. Reese McDonald, right side, but his pass is cut off by Lilly. Pushes it in behind the green net. Bounces in the right corner. Devin Blair will grab it for Sand. Blair, 3 goals tonight. Left point. He finds O'Brien. Holds. Shot. Stopped by Patrick. And Patrick will hold on for a face-off with 11:50 left to go in this third period. Sand leads the contest 11-1. Devin Blair has a hat trick so far tonight. Reese Goman has a pair of goals. Brody Goman has a pair of goals. Reese Hicks has a pair of goals as well this evening, as does Austin Zebdiak Title. Face-off will come to the right-hand side of Nathan Patrick. Hicks will take the draw for Sand, and Green will win it. As Serafis throws it to the right-hand corner, up to the blue line, but it's held in by Sand. A wrist shot, that goes wide of the cage. Held in left point by Durzva. Durzva can't get it in deep, however, and Green will just steer it out into the neutral zone. Durzva at his own blue line, lead feed, looking for Hicks. Bounces off of his stick. Away comes Blatz. Blatz trying to go wide right, manages to squeeze by the defender. Puck is loose in the corner. Now comes out to the left-hand side as a defender goes colliding with the cage. Up to Hicks, and Hicks will center it. Looking for Wilkins, but the puck bounces over his stick. No ice or no offside on the play, says the linesman. Comes up to the blue line where it's held in by Petherick. Petherick down into the left corner, cut off by Green. However, a turnover in front. The pass couldn't find anyone in the slot, and Blatz will steer it ahead for Green. Dumped in deep off the blocker of Matthews. Matthews has it in the left corner, up the ice for Fafford. He can't hold it in at the blue line. Away comes Hicks. Hicks flying down the right wing, stops up at the face-off circle, collides with the defender, gets knocked off of his stick. And collecting it there will be Stelbaski. Stelbaski up to the blue line. Sand will hold it in as a shot comes in. Glove save made by Patrick as McKaig was looking for a marker. His second of the night if he struck. Instead, Patrick was equal to the task with less than 10 minutes to go in this third period. Sand leads the contest 11-1 after a 7-goal second period. And they're still in the offensive zone as Flory picks up the puck at the right point, shovels it in behind the cage, chasing after it. It's Zebediak Title. It gets by him, and Green will work it out into the neutral zone. Cut off by Flory, dumps it in deep. Stelbaski will collect it in his own zone. Almost gives it away. Now he does pass in front, and a shot gets stopped by Patrick off the shoulder. Another drive. Patrick has that too, and he'll hold on for a face-off with 9:15 left to go in this contest. As Devin Blair checked that, it was Brody Goman was looking for his hat-trick marker. No, he couldn't beat the shoulder of Patrick. Face-off right-hand side of Patrick. It gets thrown up to the blue line. Held in by Welke momentarily as Green will just muscle it out to center ice. Away comes Green, a possible 2-on-1. Down the ice comes Hagel, but he gets his stick lifted from behind. Puck is still loose in the slot. Digging after it is Marshall. Pokes it into the left corner. Sand there first. Blair is looking for a loose puck. And Sand will just steer it out to center ice. It hits a stick, ends up in the Sand bench. Look out. We'll have a face-off with 8:20 left to go in this third period. Devin Blair digs in to take the face off. He's got a hat trick so far tonight, natural hat trick, which came all the way back in the second period. Wins the draw. Mason Lilly, though, can't handle the loose puck. Comes back into Sand's zone. Green trying to steer it on goal. It goes just wide of Matthews. He'll try to tee it on up for his defenseman in Dersva. Seam feed, misses his man. Puck in front of the slot. Green can't connect, and Sand will just steer it out to center ice. There, Green will collect it. Reese McDonald from his own blue line across for Stelbaski. Back for McDonald. Long lead feed. Trying to deflect it in was Carter Marshall, but it gets caught up in his equipment. Falling up the play was Evan McDonald. McDonald can't get it deep, and Sand will steer it out to center. Away comes Lilly. Morgan Lilly. His shot over top of the cage. Comes out to the right half wall. Lilly gets there first. Cycles it down low. There first is Salakin for Green. He'll go to his D partner in Stelbaski. And Stelbaski will retreat in behind his own cage. Stick handles his way around Devin Blair. And Stelbaski will work his way out to center ice. Up comes Blatz. He's got the lone goal for Green. Blatz centering feed in front. That gets tipped just wide of the cage. Puck bounces in the left corner. There, Green has it. A backhander stopped by Matthews. Rebound. Matthews can't quite find it. It's underneath him. And he'll hold on for a face-off with less than 7 minutes left to go in this third period. Matthews has not been overly busy in this hockey game, but he's made the saves he's had to. A little easier when you got a lot of goal-scoring help in front of you as Sand is up 11-1 in this contest. Puck comes up to the blue line. It's held in by Salakin. His shot, though, blocked. Hicks will just steer it out to center ice, and Fafford will collect at his own blue line. Almost gives it away to McKaig. McKaig harassing Fafford. Fafford down to his own left corner. It's knocked off of his stick. A shot steered aside by Patrick. Puck bounces in that left corner once again, and Fafford will collect it, go in behind his own net, and start an outlet. Away comes Blatz. Blatz hits the red line down the left wing, trying to go wide on the defender. Drop pass, but the man gets taken on down as Zediak Title was strong on his opponent. And up the ice quickly comes Brody Goman. Goman can't get it in deep as he got tangled up with the linesman. He's got it at the red line, pushes it back to his own blue line, and Dersva will skate through center. Dersva through a couple of defenders, but he has it knocked off of his stick last second. 5:45 left to go in this game. Puck in the slot. Dersva back door, and it goes just through the blue paint. As that was Blair looking for his fourth goal of the game. Mason Lilly will retreat into his own zone, being watched by T. Hagel as the two 13s collide with each other. 13 lucky, as they say. And Dersva will collect the puck in his own zone. being watched by Fellows. Dursva gives it away to Fellows. Fellows trying to throw it out in front. It bounces, and steering it aside was Matthews. Up to the blue line, not out. It's going to be Tisdale. Left face-off circle in front, but the pass just misses Hagel, and Sand will steer it out to center. In his own zone, it'll be Serafis. Serafis lead feed, misses its intended target, and a big hit delivered by Reese McDonald as he flattens his man. Quickly to his feet, Caden Wilkins. And I believe it's just an offside call on that one as Reese McDonald saw the green light, lowered the shoulder, lowered the boom. Down goes Caden Wilkins in the late stages of this third period. For Wilkins, hops back to his feet, goes to the bench, a little bit of a wry smile on his face. And action continues here at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex. And this Hicks, his backhander, gloved by Patrick, who took a bit of a slash from McKaig afterwards. He'll hold on with 4:20 left to go in this contest. Sand up on the scoreboard, 11-1. With an offensive zone faceoff, they'll win it at the blue line. It'll be O'Brien. Pushes it in deep for Hicks. He gets rubbed out by Reese McDonald, but Hicks still finds the puck. In with him is Devin Blair. Devin Blair, though, can't handle it. Takes a weird hop out into the slot. Sand doesn't get the shot off right away as the pass is broken up by Stilbaski. Stilbaski will just backhand it to his own blue line, and Green will chop it out to center. Back in quickly is Hicks. Hicks slaps it on in. He'll go off for a line change, and Patrick will tee it up for his defenseman. Outlet pass held in at the blue line by Zebdiak Title. Pushes it in behind the green goal. There first is Stilbaski. Stilbaski trying to throw it up the left wall. It's held in by Sand. A wrist shot. That's blocked. Good play by Carter Marshall. Green was looking for the outlet pass. Couldn't quite find it, but they're still working their way through the neutral zone. In comes Green. It'll be Page. Page has the puck knocked off of his stick. And back the other direction is Sand. Sand down the right wing. Trying to go wide on the defender. It's the defenseman, Nolan O'Brien, in behind the cage. 3 minutes left to go in this contest, trying to get in on the scoring action. However, it's knocked off of his stick, and Green in transition gets it as far as the red line, but no further. Back in quickly is Goman, looking for his hat trick. Can't weave his way through the defenseman. Puck is loose at the blue line. Following it up is Ashton. Kaylor Ashton into the sand zone. Drop pass for Blatz, a backhander. Stop, rebound. Covered up by Matthews. And Matthews will hold on for a whistle with 2:35 left to go in this contest. Matthews staring through his cage to his left-hand side as T. Hagel will take the face-off against Caden Wilkins. Hagel wins the draw to the right half wall. Sand, though, ties up the man. Bit of a scrum breaks out towards that right-hand corner. Blatz looking for the loose puck, can't find it. Sand out to center. Away comes Goman. Goman's got to step on the defenseman. He'll now hold up a centering feed, looking for Zebdiak Title. Can't quite connect, and back the other direction will be Salakin. Lead feed finds Blatz. His pass, though, for Hagel out of his reach. Sand back in transition. It'll be Lilly. Lilly drops it for Goman. Goman, a shot that goes through the blue paint as Lilly couldn't quite get his stick on that. And Hicks will reset in the neutral zone, push it back for his defenseman. Dursva will collect at his own blue line. Across for his D partner in Petherick. Petherick back for Dursva. Dursva looking for options. A long lead feed, trying to spring Lilly. Lilly enters the lime zone at the faceoff circle. A shot, glove save made by Patrick, and he'll hold on with 1:20 left to go in this contest. Devin Blair on the ice. He's got 3 goals so far this evening. A Choiceland Saskatchewan product. Plays with the Northeast Wolfpack AA team. 20 points in 25 games he's put on his show so far this evening. As a pass out in front, Blair, he gets denied by the right pad of Patrick. Blair still has it at the left circle. Blair spins off the defender of Tisdale, down to the left-hand corner, goes in behind the net. Blair, with less than a minute to go, steers it in front. That goes just wide. Wrap around, stopped by Patrick, and Green will just skate out to center in Tisdale. Tisdale hits the red line. His centering feed, though, broken up by the defender, poked in deep by Evan McDonald. Sand there first, and they'll try to start the outlet pass with 26 seconds left to go in this game. Lead feed up the ice, looking for Mason Lilly. Gets jammed up at the wall. Two green, two sand, digging after it. Comes loose for Blair. Blair will retreat back to his own blue line. He'll get around one forechecker. Up the ice comes Sand. Sand, it'll be Lilly. Drops the pass, looking for his man in McKeag. McKeag, though, can't handle it, and that will do it for this contest. Team Sand will win it big, 11-1. As Devin Blair has a hat trick in this contest. All over the score sheet. And that will do it for our second last game of the night. We'll step aside. When we come back, it will be Team Vegas versus Team Purple. And it will be the final game of day number 2.